No more goody two-shoes. I'm going to be just like you. I'm going to take care of number one. Here's to the new Holly. Yes! 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 We won! How much does that come to? The bodies are starting to stack up, and you've got 4 posts waiting on you. Let them wait. They're not going anywhere. Tim! Oh, Mac, I'm so sorry. This is my fault.
Being the chief medical examiner of a city like Honolulu should be, as the saying goes, a dream come true. A nice package for anyone, man or woman. But dreams have their dark sides, as I was about to find out.
You better get down here in a hurry, Doc. Jury's coming back in.
They have a verdict?
No, the judge recalled them. I don't like the feel of it.
I was working on the most famous murder trial in recent Hawaiian history. A man had brutally murdered his wife. There'd been no witnesses, so beyond the inheritance motive, the prosecution had very little evidence to present beyond my blood workups. But I had him nailed.
Dr. Holliday, the state's case rests exclusively on your expertise that the blood that was not the victim's but found on clothing in the defendant's trash can, and the blood that was not the victim's, but found on the murder weapon at the scene of the crime, was indeed a perfect DNA match to the blood of the accused. Is that not your testimony?
It is, Your Honor.
And what about a twin?
I beg your pardon?
Is it not true that with the existence of an identical twin, a jury must be told that a second identical DNA match may also be in existence?
Of course it is. But to my knowledge, there's no twin in this case.
Your knowledge is incomplete. This court is in possession of evidentiary proof by way of those photographs and that birth certificate from the state of New York.
Your Honor, the people will need time to examine these documents. They could well be falsified.
The court has already been in contact with the state of New York. The defendant's brother, a former inmate at a state hospital for the criminally insane, was released 1 week prior to the murder.
The judge all but directed a verdict of not guilty based on reasonable doubt.
Dr. Holliday, I wonder if you have any words for my readers about this humiliating loss.
I don't measure justice in terms of wins and losses.
Oh, well, then why do lawyers brag when they win a big case, or, in your instance, lose one?
Look, it is the shared responsibility of the police department and the district attorney's office to investigate blood relatives that might jeopardize a conviction based solely on DNA.
But it was you on the stand who appeared the complete fool, Dr. Holliday. How do you feel about that?
It had to have been a setup from the beginning. The defendant had put up no defense, counting on the DA to take the case for granted, planning all along to introduce his brother's existence in the 11th hour. The jury had found him innocent. We could never try him again. The morning had started with the worst defeat of my professional career.
Tom, what brings you to the morgue?
You.
Me.
I just got a call from a federal court in Los Angeles. Are you part of some offshore investment called MedTech?
Yes. Dr. Hinshaw put it together. He was my boss at the ME's office in Los Angeles. He and a group of doctors wanted to provide alternative nursing care.
It's a fraud.
What?
It seems nobody's gotten any benefits out of this plan except for the doctors that organized it. None of the old people who bought the program have received any alternative nursing care, let alone their money back.
Tom, some of the finest doctors I know...
Have left the country for places unknown.
No. Jerry Hinshaw is one of the most feeling, caring people in the world. There's no way he would run off and abandon anyone, especially me. We were very close.
Holly, Dr. Hinshaw has indicated that you were the primary architect of this plan.
Well, yes, the healthcare part of it, not the financial. I mean, what do I know about offshore tax shelters?
Apparently not nearly enough. Internal Revenue has disallowed the entire investment that you thought was deductible.
What does that mean?
They want $65,000 plus interest.
The morning had started with the worst defeat of my professional career. The afternoon had brought my world of carefully planned independence and security toppling down around my head. It was time to end this day. It was one of those hot nights in the tropics, when the trade winds desert you, leaving your skin begging for air. I slept fitfully. I wondered if the brothers who'd gotten off this morning had murdered before. Some other rich widow. I also thought about Mack. The murder case had been his triumph. His humiliation. I wondered where he was.
Mr. Bob. Cuff him, Mike.
Now grab all the betting slips and phones, boys.
All right, Mikey, why don't you go help Doc? Come on, Mac, I'm a 3-time loser. This time they'll swallow the key.
You should have thought about another line of work, Mr. Bob.
You're one of my customers, you bet.
That's personal. There's nothing I can do, Mr. Bob.
Yeah, there is. I mean, suppose I give you something big, more important than me.
Like Mr. Big, Mr. Bob?
Something better. A boat race.
You mean like a fixed pony ride?
You woke me up at 4 o'clock in the morning so you could borrow money for a horse race?
Not just any horse race, Doc. It's a boat race. That means it fixes in. It's a lock.
No wonder you didn't have time to investigate our murderers' relatives. You were looking at scratch sheets.
Hey, Doc, come on. Everybody needs a hobby. And this one is serious business. To be the biggest score of my life, Doc, all I need is 500.
Oh, what the hell. Been having nightmares anyway. You want a drink?
Now?
You know, Mac, all my life I tried to do everything the correct and proper way, you know? What did it get me? Got me almost bankrupt and one step away from jail.
Jail?
Oh, never mind. It's too depressing. I don't want to talk about it. What were you saying about a... Sure thing, a boat race or something?
It's an insider's deal. The jockeys and the trainers get together and do this for each other at the end of every season to make a really big score, you know? And I've been trying to get in on it for years. And now, tonight, because some desperate bookie wants to stay out of jail, it's dropped in my lap, Doc, and I don't have the chump change to place a bet.
How much could you make on a bet like that?
Well, the odds on a parlay like this could go through the roof, Doc. $1,000 bet could get you a fortune.
I could use a fortune, Mac. I'll tell you what, I'll give you the $500. But you have to let me place a bet of my own.
Go into the betting parlor with me.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Why not?
Because it would be like corrupting the Easter Bunny or Santa Claus, Doc.
There is no Santa Claus, Mac. And I don't like being referred to as any kind of bunny. No. The deal here is I go where the money goes.
You're serious?
Mac, you know what? No more goody two-shoes. I'm going to be just like you. I'm going to take care of number one. Here's to the new Holly. Mac, here's your 500. We're all set. What's the name of the horse and where do we place the bet?
It's actually 2 horses, Doc. I'll explain everything on the way. We gotta hurry up because the race goes off in less than an hour, and I want to book a little throwaway action.
Throwaway action?
Yeah, we can't draw attention to the fact we're only there to make one bet.
Now here's how it works, Doc.
We're betting on what's called a parlay. You win the first race, and it's rolled over to a second race later in the day at a different track. That way, the odds are huge. It's hidden from the public.
You don't have to explain it to me because I'll just do whatever you do.
Just chill out, lay back,
You do this all the time?
Here's a drink.
Doc, it's 12 noon.
Lieutenant Wolfe, good to see you in person. Hope this isn't a professional call. So aren't you going to introduce us?
Doc, Holly, this is Timmy Colhane. She's here to get registered.
Oh, what's your pleasure? Football, basketball?
No, sport of kings.
And queens, obviously.
We want to get down at Holli in the night.
Well, noon here is 5 in the afternoon in Florida. You better hurry. Lori? Lori will take care of you, Mac. Holly? It's a real pleasure. If you need anything. Anything at all.
What a charming man.
You got a snake bite, kid, Doc?
You bet?
2-horse parlay. The first is J.C. Dancer in the ninth at Holli. 200 on the nose.
And the second horse?
Keep it open. We haven't made up our mind.
200 on J.C. Dancer in the ninth.
Dad, you wanted to make a small bet, huh, dear?
Yes, I did. I'll go with his hunch. J.C. Dancer in the ninth. For 200? 2,000. 2,000 on a parlay? Uh-huh. I'll have to check with Mr. Colhane. Okay.
Are you crazy? The idea was not to draw attention to ourselves. If they have any idea that we've got inside information, we're not going to lay a bet, Doc.
Mac, I can't use $40. I need a bundle.
A bundle, $2,000, you know?
Well, I hear you're a player, Holly.
Holly was just,
That's okay, Mac. I can speak for myself. It's 2,000 too rich for you?
No. We like big action. Especially when it comes in such an attractive package. 2,000 it is. Lori, take it down.
All right.
Well, it's almost post time.
Oh, here we go.
Please, sit in my private room.
Terrific.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Where does the lieutenant usually book his actions?
Mr. Bob.
He get shut down last night?
He's back on the street.
Really?
Two shooters. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you want to win tuna?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Flag is up. Now, where they go. Came away to a beautiful beginning.
Nick, it's early, Doc.
They're not even mentioning J.C. Dancer. Are you sure he's in the race?
Yes, he's in the race, Doc. He's right there in the back. See him?
Down the backstretch they go, and Strata quarter from Delphin
Can I do
Beauty and
this?
Broker's Way. Now,
Oh, gee, look. He's just opened his eyes.
Mac, this isn't funny.
Will you take it easy, Doc?
Strata quarter from Delphin Beauty and Linda Flores Ride.
See, he's passing that one horse.
And now J.C. Dancer is starting to pass horses as they turn for home. Strata quarter, Delphin Beauty, but here comes J.C. Dancer flying.
Come on, go.
Dancer's coming like an express train. Strata quarter and Delphin Beauty trying to hold him off, but J.C. Dancer's going to get up, and it's going to be J.C. Dancer to win it. The unofficial winner, J.C. Dancer.
How much does that come to?
44,000, the big ones.
I think you better have a little talk with Mr. Bob. Find out if he knows anything about this.
We turned out to be so much fun. I can't believe I know it. Oh, thank you. I really like this place.
Ed likes having you here. So, you decided on the second half of your little parlay?
Well, Matt, got any hunches?
Not really.
What?
I figured we'd watch a few races, see what jumps out at us.
Fine. Take your time. I'll have Lori bring you another drink.
Another drink.
Great. Mac, why didn't you give him the name of the second horse?
I don't know the second horse.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
My deal with Mr. Bob was to trade the first horse for bail and the second one for a few bucks cash and a plane ticket off the island, Doc.
Why did you tell me this?
I didn't know you were going to bet your life savings.
Get me the name of the second horse.
All right, I'll be back in 2 minutes. You just take it easy on those shooters.
Yeah, hello.
My man, you have come through with flying colors.
Oh, it's Mr.
Gypsy Face, king of the fairy
Bob,
place. Hello,
I'm down,
Gypsy
Mr.
Face.
Bob. This is not necessary.
Mac, are you crazy? Betting $2,000 on the lead horse?
I didn't make that bet. A beautiful woman did. And Culhane is already on the make, Mr. Bob. You know how he is with the ladies.
Culhane would kill his own mother if he thought she was trying to sucker him. That was inside info. You were supposed to make a small score.
Well, what's to worry? You'll be on a plane in a few hours with $500 cash in your hands. Now, what's the name of that last horse?
Second half of the parlay is in the 9th at Hollywood Park, but the stakes have gone up. I won $10,000 inside of an hour.
The night race goes off in about 2 hours, Mr. Bob. I can't get that kind of cash until after we collect.
Don't give me any bull. This heat is all your fault for laying the $2,000. Now you get the money. You don't get the second pony.
Pay the pass line.
Right, okay. Okay, all set, Mac. One plane ticket, $500, all the cash I have left in the world.
Let's go.
Mr. Bob didn't sound too good. I think someone tipped him off to a little inside information.
And he didn't share it with us? Naughty, naughty.
So, tell me about Culhane.
His wife's an invalid. She hasn't been out of the house since he flew her in from some nursing home in Miami earlier this year. Why?
Just curious.
Now, that would be some partly, huh? A woman like you mixed up with a guy like him?
What do you mean by a woman like me?
What do you mean by just curious?
Nui? Hey, looks like you're feeling better. Where's the plane ticket and the money?
Your lawyer's sending him over. You're supposed to call him. Doc, the bodies are starting to stack up and you've got 4 posts waiting on you.
Let him wait. They're not going anywhere. Tom, hi, Holly, listen, I've got some great news. Excuse me, dear. This is kind of a personal phone call. Tom, listen. Tell the IRS I can pay all those back taxes and the penalties.
It's gotten more complicated.
What could be more complicated than owing the IRS $100,000?
Criminal charges.
Tom, I didn't do anything wrong. Look. As soon as you talk to Jerry Henshaw.
Well, Dr. Henshaw isn't going to come forward and help anybody soon, Holly. He was found in his car this morning, dead.
What?
Carbon monoxide poisoning. They're pretty sure it was a suicide.
Oh, hey, Miss Dilly-Dally, what gives here? I got the engine running, and we've got about an hour and 15 before the next race.
Need I remind you that we have more pressing matters to attend to, like keeping you out of jail?
Oh, yes, that's very important to me. How do I stay out of jail?
Jail?
Well, I can't make any promises, but I think that full restitution of the face value of your stock would go a long way in your behalf.
How much are we talking?
More than you can save in a lifetime, $250,000.
I'll get it.
Are you listening? I said $250,000.
No, I'll get it. It'll take me the rest of the afternoon. I'll get it.
Holly, this does not sound like you. Are you sure that you're all right? I mean, you haven't been drinking?
Just a couple of shooters.
Shooters?
I'll call you back in a few hours, okay? I never realized how much I must have loved Jerry.
Who the hell is Jerry?
He's the guy I was having an affair with on my last job. He was hot. No, Mac, he was really hot. I mean, we did stuff between the sheets that's not even out yet.
Is that you, Mac? Who is it?
Here, look at this. I think Mr. Culhane will find this very interesting. It's her. Classy lady.
Time out. Enter Lifetime's The Ultimate Timeout.
gonna take?
Long enough to convince Mr. Bob he has to trust us to deliver the 10 grand when we get paid off.
We only have 40 minutes.
Don't look.
What do you mean, don't look? I'm the medical examiner, remember?
Right.
Don't tell me. Was Mr. Bob.
I guess he was right to be scared.
Oh, Mike, you don't think this happened because of us? Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah, he was an okay guy.
Oh, not that, Mac. The race goes up in 30 minutes. We don't know what horse to bet.
Doc, you can forget about that race. Mr. Bob isn't going to tell us
Well,
how.
I'm not going to forget about the race, Mac. I can't forget about the race. You forget about the race. We got to look around.
Doc, there's not going to be anything here to tell us what we want to know.
Look. Ninth race, Hollywood Park, cross current. This could be it.
Or an old betting slip, Doc.
Any problems? Mack Wolfe pulled up as we were leaving. We ducked out the back way.
He's right around town 20 minutes before the race. That explains why he didn't bet both sides of the parlay. Mr. Bob was holding out for something, and Wolfe went there to deliver it.
She was there with him.
Medical examiner. Now this could be very helpful.
They're back.
May I have your attention, please? The last call for the 9th race at Hollywood Park. Last call for the 9th race.
None of the races at Hollywood Park have any of these horses. You're right. These are old slips.
We're dead.
Oh, no, this can't be happening. I gotta have that money.
9 horses in the race, Doc. You got a 1 in 9 chance. Might as well take it.
Okay, Mac. There's gotta be some way to know which one is the right one.
Miss Dunn?
Yes?
I understand you seem to be somewhat of an expert on one of our public servants, Dr. Holliday.
Who is this?
That won't be important if you have any interest at all in her gambling problem.
Gambling problem. Do you have hard facts about this gambling problem?
The hardest. So what can you give me?
Are you aware that the Justice Department is investigating her for a phony nursing home swindle?
Really? Tell me more.
Let's face it, Doc. Gave it our best shot.
We know what the horse is.
What are you talking about?
For this to pay off for the insiders, the winner can't be the favorite. It has to be the horse with the longest odds, right?
You're right. All we have to do is find a long shot.
This is the last call for the 9th race.
No regrets. Suddenly Susan and Smiling Uncle are all going off at better than 20 to 1.
1 in 3 is better than 1 in 9. Last call for the last race of the day.
The 9th at Hollywood Park.
Okay, Mac, come on. We gotta make a decision. Is it gonna be no regrets, suddenly Susan, or Smiling Uncle?
Maybe I can make it a little easier for you. Can I talk to you for a minute, Dr. Holliday?
Well, anything you have to say to her, you can say in front of me.
You want down on the 9th race or not? You don't have to. It's your choice, Doc.
So how did you know who I was?
Your picture was in the paper today. Something about a botched murder trial. You're the medical examiner.
So what's the point?
How would you like a sure thing?
You know what horse is gonna win?
Now, I can never tell one of my guests I know who's going to win a race. But I did overhear you trying to decide between 3 long shots. Maybe I can help.
How?
What do you say I give you all 3 for the price of 1? In horse racing, it's called a field. You get more than 1 horse for the price of 1 bet. Say 10 to 1.
And why would you do that?
Maybe I want a woman like you in my life.
I don't come with a bet.
Maybe yes, and maybe no. You tell me the horse you picked. If your horse comes in, you walk away a big winner. If one of the 2 horses comes in, you still walk away a big winner. But you owe me.
I think I'll take my chances with my own choice.
I hear you got a little tax problem downtown, Doc. A swindle with your name attached? Wouldn't you like to know that you could permanently put that trouble behind you in the next 5 minutes?
And what exactly would I have to put on the line if I lost?
1 night on my boat, Whatever happens there, it's your choice.
May I have your attention?
I was gonna pick no regrets.
Windows are now closed.
That leaves me with suddenly Susan and smiling uncle.
No more wagers are
Shall
being
we?
accepted at this time. The horses are at the post.
Doc, what happened out there?
Last horse.
We've got a bet.
No regrets?
No regrets. No regrets.
I'll let you know.
Looks like they're ready. Flag is down. Away they go.
My associates will see that this cash makes it into your bank, Doctor.
I can get it there without any help. What I want to know is...
Mac, I'll explain later.
Remember, my boat tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
This is nuts. What am I, some baggage carrier, Doc? What the hell happened back there? I mean, a horse lost.
We have the field, all three.
I know what the field is, Doc. What did you do to get the field? You had to put something on the table.
Oh, Mac, we're a little old for recriminations, aren't we? I had an old debt to pay. Well, Hayne gave me the opportunity to pay it.
Just like that.
Mac, you're a gambler. A debt's a debt.
Doc, I can get you out of this. It's not going to be hard for me to prove that Culhane was involved in Mr. Bob's murder.
No, I don't think so. I think O'Hane's a really smooth operator. There's not going to be any traceable connection, and if we open up all that, including our illegal gambling, we're going to give him the ultimate alibi.
And how do you figure that?
If Mr. Bob was murdered by Culhane for disclosing the boat race, then why would he accept the bet and then pay it off? And, it doesn't make any sense.
You're saying he didn't know the race was rigged?
I think pretty highly of myself, but $500,000 for one night on a boat, I'm very flattered, but I don't think so. No, I think he thought that those horses were exactly what they were, impossible long shots.
Yeah, well, the cop in me says that Culhane was involved in that murder.
So are we, Mac. So are we.
My world was upside down. Wrong was right, black was white. In my head, I could come back with a vengeance. I decided a short nap might help me get a handle on things. 8 o'clock on Culhane's boat was going to come all too soon. It was the Chinese New Year. There were fireworks everywhere. It made me dread what Culhane was expecting.
Welcome aboard, Dr. Holliday. Mr. Culhane is waiting for you in the main salon. Right this way.
Well, the setting at least is perfect.
But not the company.
Let's just say the foreplay left something to be desired.
Who said it was over? Cristal, I trust you approve.
Once again, the drink is perfect.
Well then, since we are striving for perfection. What about this?
Oh, I couldn't accept that.
Why not? You accepted $400,000. That too was a gift.
Was it? I thought maybe it was a payment for something.
Well, maybe a little bit of both. What difference does it make? Got you here.
Well, maybe I came here out of curiosity. I don't believe any one-night stand is worth the kind of money you're spending.
This isn't going to be just a one-night stand, Doc. You and I are going to have a lifelong bond.
Cemented by money?
By murder, Doc.
Mr. Bob.
My wife.
This suddenly turned very ugly.
A marriage gone bad is ugly. So is a slow death. She'll be better off out of her physical misery.
And you out of your inconvenient marriage?
You're a doctor. You know how painful disease can be. I'm going to end the suffering for her. She won't feel a thing. And you won't notice a thing when she passes through your hands for the autopsy.
So how much is in the estate?
Enough to pay for your silence.
So that's what this is all about.
I solved your problem with the law. You solved mine. Neither of us will ever look back.
You're a despicable man.
Not so fast, Doc.
You're already implicated in one murder. You know why Mr. Bob died? Because of you.
Let go of me. That was very nice. Now I have something for you.
Oh, Tim? 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 Oh, Tim.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen.
I'm sorry that she didn't, pal. Some doctor you got there didn't even call an ambulance. She's gonna get hers. What did you do to her? Nothing compared to what I'm gonna do to her. I offered her a deal. She should have taken it. I already called Rebecca Dunn down at the newspaper. The whole story's gonna be in her column tomorrow. I'm sorry, Cohen. I can't let you do that. What's this? What are you doing with that gun? You're a cop.
Yeah, but I love her.
No, she's not in here either. Call Dr. Stevens, tell him we've got an emergency.
All right, we got it.
Oh my God. Doc, are you okay? It's the migraine new edge. I must have gotten dizzy and fallen down. Come on, I gotta get you home. No, I'm much better. What's the emergency? Oh, Mack's sending over a body he wants handled very specially. He said you'd understand. Body?
Glad to find you at your post. I have some special instructions.
Special instructions?
I want this slip through the channels. Death by natural causes. John Doe.
Natural causes? He's got 6 bullet holes in him. Bullet holes? That's impossible. See for yourself.
This is a special police case. I hope I can count on your cooperation.
Yes, of course.
Thanks.
Mack? We have to talk.
I know. There's some very dangerous friends of this guy running around loose. I'll catch up with you later.
Doc, isn't it the law that we have to do a full autopsy on a gunshot victim, regardless of what the police say?
There are obviously extenuating circumstances we don't know about.
Whoa, what about this nasty gash on his head? Mack didn't even mention it.
I told you to mind your own business. I'm in charge here. Is that clear?
Doc, it's me.
Almost shot you. Oh, Mac, I'm so glad to see you.
It hasn't been a great evening for me either. Word on the street is that Culhane's 2 goons are out looking for you. We gotta get you out of here, Doc.
Mac, I'm packing as fast as I can. I just don't know where to go.
I got a safe place picked out for you.
But I gotta get out of Hawaii. I can't stay after what's happened.
I've covered all the tracks. Almost all. We've got another body to handle.
One more body?
You got a key to the crematorium, Doc. We get over there right now, we can dump her and be done with it.
Mac, her? Who are you talking about? Rebecca Dunn?
I had to do it, Doc. She was gonna print everything.
Well, you two have had a busy night, but who's going to cover up what's going to happen to you?
Now, boys, come on. I'm sure there's some way we can settle this little misunderstanding, huh?
Oh, Mac, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault.
For once, I think we finally agree on something.
Hang in there, Mac.
Dr. Larson, X-ray. Dr. Larson,
It's not good, Holly.
He's gonna be all right.
I'm not gonna lie to you. They're calling somebody in, a priest or a minister. I mean, I don't think he's gonna make it. He wanted to see you, so... And they said it'd be all right for you to go in. Nui? He wanted to see Holly alone, if you don't mind. That was his request. Cops dream of going out in a hell of lead and glory.
Oh, you're gonna be up and out in no time.
I'm a cop, Doc. They leveled with me. My spleen's been shot out. One lung's collapsed. And those are just the parts that are in good shape.
Mac, look, just don't try to talk, okay?
I never told you this, but I always had this secret thing for you. I have a favor to ask you.
Anything.
I hope you mean that. Because it would mean everything to me.
What is it?
How about one last bit with one
Mac, I can't believe you. You'll never change, you know?
Doc, it would mean the world to me. Everything.
This is a hospital, Mac. There are people around here.
Soon I'll be all by myself. Forever. So how about it, Doc? Do I leave this earth a happy man with a smile on my face for all eternity? Or what?
Dr. Johnson, MRI 1. Dr. Johnson to MRI
1. You'd better hurry. I don't think it'll be long. Oh, good heavens.
I realize this is extremely unusual, but at this time I want to recall the jury from deliberations. Excuse me.
You look like you haven't been to bed.
Mac, did you call me this morning and tell me to come down here?
You don't remember?
Yeah, and then did you say that the judge was calling the jury back in because there was some new development in the case?
Well, that's my understanding. Frankly, it's got us all a little worried, Doc. That defendant has been acting a little too smug from the very beginning.
How he could murder a woman in a wheelchair is beyond me. Fortunately, he's not going to get away with it.
Mac, do you believe in clairvoyance?
Isn't seeing the future, Doc? I don't know. But I think we all get feelings.
Dr. Holliday to return to the stand. Dr. Holliday, the state's case rests solely on your expertise that the blood, not of the victims, found on the murder weapon at the scene of the crime are indeed a perfect DNA match to the blood of the accused. Is that not your testimony?
It is, Your Honor. Except in the case of a twin, which we knew about in this case, and we are prepared to argue that it is irrelevant if the judge so desires.
How could a twin be irrelevant when there is obviously a direct connection?
Your Honor, I could explain the connection to the court and the jury to make sure that they understand the connection nor lack thereof if the prosecution agrees.
The prosecution agrees.
Now, you all understand the connection between the small toe bone and the foot bone. And the foot bone connected to the ankle bone. And the ankle bone connected to the shin bone. The shin bone connects to the knee bone. Right, the knee bone connects to the
leg bone.
The leg bone connected to the thigh bone.
Now hear the word of the Lord. These bones gonna walk around.
These bones gonna walk around. These bones gonna walk around. We
Now, how does the jury find?
We find the defendant guilty as charged.
Oh, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare.
Coming up, maybe you can help the authorities solve a case. Watch Unsolved Mysteries next, tonight at 8. It's more than an affair, but not quite bigamy. Connie Selica tries to keep both Perry King and A. Martinez satisfied and in the dark. She led two lives, the Lifetime Nighttime movie.
We cross the sea. Now we're loving, come with me.